Welcome to the Living World of Darkness. This is a scene for the Werewolf and Changeling venue. Tonight, we find... Well, let me explain things from Bettina's perspective. She actually wouldn't go to the funeral with Tribentin the other day because he told her that she would need to be enchanted. And for anybody that's not a changeling, seeing the things there brings up a lot of emotions that aren't necessarily pleasant, especially the Slua. And she really didn't want to see Tribentin like that again. So she declined. She let him go. But today she ran to him begging for him to enchant her. And she disappeared off for several hours. Her and her friends, are they friends? God, that would be really sad if those were her only friends in the world. Those people are terrible. She went and fought a Fomori and is one step closer to finding that lost kinfolk. She came back to the restaurant. Things have actually been going a lot better since she's been putting it more in the hands of the other Stargazer kin that work there. She's been trusting them more, and they've been trusting her more. They're all becoming closer. And just because she was so far behind with the restaurant, as it started to close, she asked Tribentin to come and meet her there. We'll start the scene here.
And Bettina is still enchanted.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Tribentin walks in through the back door since the front is closed.
Okay. And what does she see?
She sees him in his slew of glory since she is still enchanted. He's wearing his normal garb. The top hat, the glasses, but the long arms, the long legs, the pale skin.
And what's wrong with his face?
His eyes you can't see because he's got glasses on.
Oh, thank goodness he kept them on this time. Okay. Yeah. Bettina, with her high alertness, perceptiveness, she noticed you come in, and you know what? She really needs to put that pot on the top shelf there.
She appears to be struggling with it, then Tribentin will help her.
Not need a man to. Oh no! Wait a minute! I'm not a lesbian black fury. God. Conflicting emotions. Okay. No. She stops struggling with the pot. As Tribentin comes closer. Thank you for earlier.
Now you're going to explain to me why.
I needed the powers it gives me. I remembered from a note, although I apparently didn't go into enough detail in my notes as to what else it can do, that I see extra stuff. There's actually quite a lot of stuff in this restaurant. I think some bad stuff has happened here. But anyways, yes, I needed the insight it could give me, and thank you for helping me.
Do you really want me here?
Yeah, I do. I need to get used to this. Yeah. I am sorry I couldn't come with you to the funeral. How are you?
I'm fine.
Did you know this person well?
Didn't know her at all.
You didn't know her at all?
Mm-mm.
Her. Then who was she?
The queen.
The Queen of the Fae?
Queen of some of them.
You don't have only one king?
No.
Oh, okay.
Queen over a certain race of Fae. You remember Eve?
Yes.
Eve was close to her.
Her queen.
Yes.
And what's Eve to you?
A friend.
And that's all?
That's all.
I'm sorry, I feel a little nervous.
You can tell from your body language and the tone of your voice.
I need to get used to this, and I don't know how. I guess you people must usually only hang out with your own.
The Fae are used to it, but yeah, Slua tend to hang with themselves.
I'm sorry, I need to calm down. I'm gonna get a chair. Is there any way to stop me from being enchanted like this?
No.
She'll pull out a chair and sit down slowly. I didn't think so.
It'll last for 24 hours.
Thank you. I got a lot of insight. I guess I should make some notes.
You probably should.
Could
Hope it was worth it.
on that note, maybe you could give me like some sort of perception roll to. It's not really empathy, just something. What would be a good roll for like if somebody's wearing something different and you want to pick up on it?
I would probably go with alertness.
Yeah. Okay. Perception alertness.
I think that makes sense. Three. Stupid one.
Okay.
Cancel my tens.
She yeah, she is pretty good actually with makeup. She was delivered to David in gobs of it. Back when she was told she was going to have a very different role. But yeah, she aside from her normal sweatpants and top, she's still wearing like gobs of foundation, way more than she usually does, so that it's cakey. And she's wearing like a lot of lipstick. She normally doesn't do that. And around her eyes There seems to be foundation all around them, which is unusual.
All right. Then he'd say, "Who are you trying to impress?"
Well, nobody. No, I'm not trying to impress anybody.
Not even me.
Why? um, to be honest, I thought after today and what you did, I would come back to you and be very different. It's just I'm having some trouble adjusting still. You'll notice as she bites her lower lip, though, that there seems to be a seam in her lower lip that the lipstick is covering.
Did you get into a fight?
Yeah. Yeah, I got into a fight. I killed something today, but it wasn't human. Don't worry.
I'm not.
I thought you were funny about humans.
I'm funny about humans, but you said it wasn't human, so I wasn't concerned. Besides, you said I killed something, not someone.
They're confusing, but I grew up being taught how they weren't human. So yes, me. That's why I needed this. It turns out that this is actually very useful. It robs me of my memories, but I was a better fighter for it.
He takes off his hat and his glasses, and he looks her deep in the eyes, and that's when you see his sunken black eyes look down at you. But this is the side effect of what happens.
She you can hear her breathing. There's nobody else here. A couple false starts where she closes her eyes, but then forces them open. And leans forward and presses her lips against yours.
He kisses back. There's hesitation.
It's easier to continue once that begins, but you can feel she's still trembling as she moves forward with this, determined to do this thing.
He stops and takes a step back.
What is it?
I terrify you.
I'm not scared of you.
Bullshit.
My husband and family are monsters. You're nothing.
And yet you tremble.
Some reflex.
Look, I get it. My kind was made from your nightmares. But this is a part of who I am. And I'm proud of that.
Give me a perception empathy.
Uh, 3 with minus 2 diff.
She's embarrassed. You caught her, and she's actually a little angry that she's feels like she's being humiliated.
That's an emotion she should know well.
I'm gonna go to my apartment. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.
As she walks away, what's her banality?
Oh, 7.
We need to lower that for I just get 1. Gonna do a fuddle effect, so I look like my mortal shell.
She stops as I guess she saw that happen. You said I couldn't stop being enchanted.
You are still enchanted.
What's going on?
I can control what you see, hear, think, and feel.
Have you used this on me before?
Yes.
So when I stood there in front of my family and told them that you hadn't used any magics on me to entice me away from my husband,
Mm-hmm.
was I lying?
No.
Then what is going on?
I did it once to calm you down. You were being hysterical.
I don't understand why I act like this. I'll get through it. This is nothing. I have been through so many things. Seen so much. That some pain spirit is going to repel me this much. I I'm sorry.
I know.
And I love you. I don't know what's going on.
You're enchanted. It's a profound effect on a mortal. Does my new visage help at least?
It does. It does. I don't want to think about any of this right now. I've had such a long day, and I was looking forward to this. Why don't we fuck right now? I don't think the rest of the staff is here anymore. It's pretty late.
I think we need to talk.
About what? This? I told you I'm tired.
Was this begging for enchantment a one-time thing?
I don't know. I don't like it, but I can see that it's practical. If it helps my family, I think I should get past my own fears.
I agree, because if I'm going to be enchanting you more often, I'm hiding my face soul from you as a courtesy. But if you ask me to enchant you again, I'm not going to hide.
You shouldn't have to.
Denying my face side is actually detrimental to my existence.
Could you die from it?
No, not in the sense you're thinking. I can fade.
What is that?
When you deny your face side so much that it actually becomes dormant, and I cease to be Tribentin, and I become Benedict Martin. I will be essentially mortal. And with that, I would forget what it was like to be Fae. And probably you.
Okay. Then don't do this thing again. I have struggled with this for 3 months. I need to figure out a way to push past this, or else seek help from people as to why I'm having so much trouble. But it shouldn't be your burden.
Why don't you come walk with me?
Yeah. Yeah, let me just lock up. Okay. She's going to leave you alone for a couple seconds as she kind of quickly actually exits the kitchen to go and make sure that all the side doors and so forth that actually are locked up and all the money is moved. Okay. Within about 10 minutes, she comes right back. can hear she's moving quite quickly still. Okay, I'm ready.
Let's go. He offers his hand.
It's hard each time, but again, for the third time, since she's ever seen you like this, for the third time, she touches you and holds your hand.
And Tribentin leads her to a park. Not Central Park, but it's going to be a place where chimerical reality is very happy. Probably places where children have played and have played for a long time. But the atmospheres in the chimerical reality will be very cheerful, with playful chimera spawned from children's dreams of teddy bears come to life. And just the goal is to show her that that chimerical reality is made of humans' dreams, and that doesn't necessarily mean that everything's bad. So there'll be a playground. It's nighttime, so there's no children playing, but it looks like a bunch of stuffed animals are continuing to play, like they're waiting for their children to return the next day. And they're playing on slides and swings that are much bigger than they could possibly be. Everything is thicker and brighter and more colorful.
Bettina visibly relaxes. It's not creepy, these stuffed toys playing with each other, because of the emotions that are associated with it. It's quite pleasant, and she calms down. This was a day where she saw a lot of bad things, a lot of bad chimera. And of course, she's not sure why, but she associates Tribentin with pain when she looks at him. I should have said before, but throughout this entire day, she's been carrying a black backpack with her, and she took it with her from the restaurant as well, and she takes down the backpack, and there's a couple things in there, but one of the things she takes out is a small book, a wooden book. It's all in German. And she hands it to Tribentin. It's a kid's book.
He takes it and starts flipping through it.
And it just talks about the daily activities that kids do with their parents. And she kind of watches him as he flips through it, this giant entity of pain and nothingness, doing such a normal thing. She's in such a happy environment. You know, when I came down here, this was sort of seen as, in some ways, a sort of retirement for me. I've only ever told one person that, but I did some things back home. I'm not proud of all of them, but I did very well. And I came here, and I was told I would get to be, well, a woman, really. I was going to get married, and my parents were very insistent that I have a kid very soon. This was in the first care package that they sent us. And I wasn't ready to have kids with David, and looking back on it, I know for sure it's because I actually did want to fall in love despite myself. But now that I'm with you and things are looking better, we might actually get married. And I think you would be the sort of person I would want to have a kid with. She doesn't look quite at your face when she says all of this. She looks down a lot, looks at your hands. As you look through the book, and she looks at the stuffed toys.
He kind of looks up at her. He again takes his hat and his glasses off, so she sees the full extent of his face.
Right.
Look at that. He casts a fuddle with seen, so no one will be able to see or hear what goes on at this little playground. He hands you back the book. That
Thank
is
you.
a conversation for another day.
I think it's related.
I see what you're trying to say, but that's adult talk. And right now, we're just children. And with that, the scary bad Slua runs into the stuffed teddy bears and starts trying to play with them.
God, I'm not really sure. She's gonna watch. It's the weirdest thing. He still looks human to her, right?
He drops that fuddle effect, so he looks like a big bad scary Slua.
Okay.
He is smiling and trying to play with the stuffed animals and the large scale dolls on this very cartoonish looking playground set. Trying to tamp down on the effect that his visage has.
Oh, it's such a weird sight. She likes it. She's more relaxed by it, but I think her being a get and being a human, she still feels far too reserved to actually join in. But she likes the sight of Tribentin. This reminds her of when they used to walk home from the bar, which feels like eons ago.
He looks over at her and holds out his hand and says, "Will you come on, just be a changeling with me for a little bit?" All you have to do is remember. You did this once before.
I did?
You were a child once. You never played.
No.
What you see here is born from the dreams of children playing. This is what changelings are. It can spawn me, but it can spawn this.
I don't remember much of my childhood. Okay, fine. Okay. You can't tell anybody.
Your secret's safe with me. No one can see or hear anything outside of this playground, I swear. Remember, I control what people see, feel, and think.
Okay. And with that, the scared kinfolk and the creepy looking man play with the dolls and toys well into the night. And I think this would actually be a really good place to end the scene.
I agree. Playing with
Okay.
the living dolls and stuff, yeah.
Okay. Well, to anybody that watched, thank you very much. This has been Living World of Darkness, Werewolf and Changeling.